Hi, hello everyone. This is Danny with Skin Harmonics, and I am the creator of the first ever Medi-Holistic skin resurfacing method and skincare line. And today I want to just chime in kind of quickly about hyperpigmentation. I've been getting a lot of calls and emails, some old clients, some new clients, but really concerned about sunspots. And this is a little bit worrisome because we're just now headed into spring and summer. And so if we're bummed out about the sunspots that we have on our skin now, especially for my newer clients, this is going to be a problem. So I want to get ahead of this now and remind everybody that there are things that you can do that will prevent the formation of sunspots in the first place. And there are holistic things that we can do to help move them through our skin faster. So we can fade them on our skin. So the first thing I want to talk about is that internal issues of our hormones and our liver play a really big role in how our skin processes the sun. And so definitely don't go past this issue. Find a functional medicine doctor, get some blood tests, just make sure that your liver and your hormones aren't suffering in a way that is like going to sabotage all of your efforts to help fade hyperpigmentation and of course prevent them. So that being said, definitely look into that. But then also things that we can do that are proactive in a holistic way is number one, abstain. Don't fall for some of those treatments, conventional treatments that will quick fix your hyperpigmentation through lasering, through chemical peels, through a lot of traditional retinol creams. Those are all things that sadly, they're like the cause and the fake cure all in one. So you want to just like be informed and don't take that one step forward and those 2 to 3 steps back and just abstain from those things. There's a long list I list them out in my book. All of the things that are contributing to not only acne and accelerated aging, but also to sunspots. So that being said, you're going to abstain, and you're also going to exfoliate in a really balanced way, and that's with an enzyme. I'm a huge fan of enzyme exfoliation because enzymes are this really beautiful, gentle way of exfoliating our skin without getting overly aggressive. And of course, my enzyme, I do feel like I have the best on the market. It's called Revive. It's a way to exfoliate our skin without dehydrating it. And that's really crucial because dehydrated skin is more susceptible to sun damage and hyperpigmentation. So using this exfoliating pack, it's not a mask, it's a pack. It's like this yummy pudding you put on your skin, and the enzymes exfoliate and it resets your water levels in your skin. It supports that permeability that we're wanting to get into our skin. It supports our skin in this way of being really resilient to the sun instead of being inflicted by the sun exposure. Because, sun is so good for us. We can't hide from it altogether. It helps our bodies make vitamin D, and it just keeps our moods up. And there's just so many good things about being near the sun and in the sun. But the thing is that we have to get smart about it. We have to find ways to lift our skin up, help it get resilient, help it be really healthy so that it can be in the sun without being hyperpigmented. So using enzymes to exfoliate our skin is like number one. So then the next thing is vitamin C. I'm a huge fan of vitamin C because when you get it in the right way, in the right amount, it can go a really long way with not only preventing sunspots, but it can also help our skin fade these hyperpigmentation spots faster as well. So of course, I do, again, feel like I have the best vitamin C on the market. It's a powder. It mixes with Fortify and Feast. The serums that I sell combines with it in a certain way that really aids in the absorption of it. And because we mix it fresh, It doesn't have a chance to oxidize like most vitamin C's. And again, because we're mixing it fresh, it's super pure. I don't have to use a lot of weird preservatives in order to get that level of purity that's so important to all of us. So number one, finding a functional medicine doctor to look at your liver. Number two would be abstaining from, medications are the other thing that can cause hyperpigmentation and melasma. And number two, abstaining from a lot of the quick fixes that are out there. Number three, using an enzyme, using my enzyme, to not overly exfoliate our skin. And then number four, using a really good potent vitamin C powder. And this is like what was the whole point of this video, was to remind my existing clients to actually use this vitamin C powder called Bright. Now, because we don't use it every day, because it is so potent, it has such a pow to it, I don't recommend using it every day. A la carte is the way to use real and good vitamin C. So a lot of my clients, and new clients, are purchasing this product called Bright, and put it out on your counter because it's easy to forget about. It's like this very humble, subtle, it's a superstar though. I mean, it really, really goes a huge way in helping fade pigment and helping to prevent pigment. So I think people buy it, they kind of forget about it because they're not using it every day. We go through the winter and then we are like, oh my gosh, what can I do for hyperpigmentation, or what am I not doing? Well, yeah, pull out Bright, put it on your counter so that you'll remember that you have it, and use it. And I think the final thing when it comes to addressing hyperpigmentation and melasma and all of the melanin issues with our skin is that we have to use sunscreen. Like, we just have to. And I know that I have some clients that are such purists that, don't want to use a sunscreen because we're that minimalistic in a certain way. But sunscreen is not what it used to be. It used to be years ago filled with a lot of chemicals and really thick and really goopy. But I sell 3 or 4 sunscreens now that are really clean. They're not heavy, and they don't leave that white ghosty thing either, that residue. Then these are not chemical sunscreens either. They're mineral based. So this final bit about, if we're protecting our skin and doing these things, and of course, let me slip in this other thing, the use of topical dermal nutrients will expedite the sloughing off of old pigment faster. So if we're doing all of these things and then we're not protecting it with like a really clean, simple, lovely sunscreen, then, that's sort of the thing that we have to do as well. So anyways, thanks for listening to me talk about hyperpigmentation and melasma. Like I said, getting a lot of questions about it right now. And so these are all things that you can do that are holistic, and they're going to get you to that place slow and steady, faster than if you tried to do a quick fix. So just doing everything I can to keep everybody on track with their skin, and I will see you next time.